you have lost your mind. The Mandela effect. Tell me, is there any celebrity or influencer that you have a bad feeling about? Yes? No? Or will you not answer that question till the scandal about that insert celebrity that you suddenly have this opinion? Do you remember that time that Elon Musk made a cameo in Marvel's Civil War? Oh wait, that was actually Oprah Winfrey. No, it was Nathan Chen. Actually, none of that is true. But I bet at least one person watching this video thought it was, even for a second. If I created an online community where I voiced these thoughts enough times to other people, it will become a Mandela effect. The Mandela effect is defined as when a group of people misremembers a historical event or person. The term was coined by Fiona Broom, a writer and researcher who wrote about South African President Nelson Mandela, stating to have believed he died in prison in the 1980s. However, Mandela did not die in prison. He died in 2013 after being released from prison in 1990. Now tell me, which of these sets of image is correct? How many of those did you get correct? An explanation of the Mandela effect is a phenomenon known as false memories. False memories are inaccurate or warped accounts of an event. Another explanation is confabulation, which are false memories one spontaneously generates, often to compensate for gaps in one's memory. When these happen to a person here or there, it's not a big deal. However, when it happens to a person that decides to share it on social media where their ideology grows to a wide audience, subconsciously indoctrinating themselves to believe other people's false memories, it becomes a problem. Quoting from Alan Konkik with very well mind, she says, in a large study of over 100,000 news stories discussed across Twitter, conducted over a period of 10 years, showed that hoaxes and rumors won out over the truth every time by about 70%. This wasn't the result of manipulation or bots either. Real verified accounts of real people were responsible for spreading false information at a much higher rate than the truth. This notion of the speed with which false information spreads on the internet could help to explain the Mandela effect. As each person chimes in with their own experience or memory of an event, those false memories could affect the memories of other people, thus coloring them to remember the event in the same way. Part 2. The Bubble Effect. Some often say Westerners live in a bubble. However, what if it's not just Westerners? Homophily is the tendency for people to seek out or be attracted to those who are similar to themselves. What if this is taking a step further in a darker direction? What if there is a tendency for people to condition themselves to believe that those around them are not just similar but are the same as themselves? We see that different sets of people boast to whatever ideology to which they are subscribed, the ideology they perceive to be right. And here's where a danger lies. We find ourselves in a filter bubble anytime we are only surrounded by views and opinions we agree with, while being sheltered from opposing perspectives. Filter bubbles distort our understanding of the world and hamper our ability to make balanced decisions. This distortion extends beyond the individual level to impact the collective consciousness of online communities. This leads to people having arguments on false talking points. For example, someone who has lived in a Western country their whole life will try to quote unquote educate another person who is a native to their land in, let's say, Africa on political correctness that have adopted due to social media. Of course, this is just an example and can apply to any group of people on the internet. This causes more of a cultural disconnect, leading us to the oxymoron which is social media today. A platform that can pull us closer together but has torn us further apart. If you're still watching at this point, thank you. If you're liking this video essay type of, well, video, please like and subscribe. If you please, comment a topic you want me to talk on next and just whatever your thoughts are on the video and the talking points brought up. Alright, back to the video. Part 3: Loss of individuality and uniqueness. Typically, a well rounded person would have opinions that are diverse and deep into a number of ideologies. One will not be staunchly left or right or up or down, they will just be them. They would see each conversation and discourse with nuance and form a stance when proper research, whether that be by online search, barring social media, or lived experiences, before solidifying an opinion. One will not be swayed by the talk of a floating bobblehead behind the keyboard. You have lost your mind to the internet, backed by the government, backed by the elite. Your attention and educated opinions are precious, and that's why it's in so high demand that it has been snatched from your control like a thief in the night. Your God given free will is being stripped away cunningly while you are distracted by the next big news, the next big scandal, the next big anything. Remember that each keystroke, every share, and each online interaction shapes the collective consciousness. Now that you know that you are losing your mind, you must actively reclaim it. Embrace the discomfort of opposing ideas. Appreciate the diversity of thoughts and embrace the freedom to think outside of the digital world. So before you type that next comment, share that post, or engage in an online debate, pause and reflect. Ask yourself, am I speaking from my own educated viewpoints, or have I succumbed to the current of conformity? Always continue to educate yourself. Reflect on your consciousness. Lead life with grace. Apply yourself to whatever you do. Find yourself and reclaim your will.